When I say virtual reality, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Perhaps for many, it's games. After all, it all began with that. But over the years, the new technology has been put to use across different sectors, from travel to education to real estate. Interestingly, it's now also being used for social good. More details in our next story.
People are turning to virtual reality to improve the world we live in.
What's happening?
Meet software engineer Brian Young. He is using virtual reality to fight racism and highlight the dangers faced by black drivers. This comes in the wake of racial unrest flaring across the United States. He designs a VR experience called Our America. It puts the viewer in the driver's seat as a black father takes his son to school on a regular morning commute.
I was taking my son to school since he missed the bus, and I must have been...
Well, I guess today's the day that little homie's gonna learn what happens when you break the law.
Along the way, they are pulled over by the police, and the encounter soon escalates, leading to a life and death situation. Our America caught the eye of 3D software company Unity, which awarded Young. He was also given a $25,000 development grant to fully realize his project as a part of their Unity for Humanity competition.
Officer, it's a toy gun.
I don't know what the is, but kid, until I do not move a muscle.
So Our America VR is a branching narrative VR experience about being black in America. It takes you through the story as the black father, and he's with his son Malcolm on the way to school. So basically the audience has to go through these different scenarios, whether it's subtle or overt racism, and has to navigate these different conversations and interactions properly.
Kid, everything is gonna be fine if you stopped acting like thugs and start listening. Don't make me pull this trigger.
We just have to stay calm now. It'll be okay.
Jessica Lindell, Unity's Vice President for Social Impact, explains why VR is so effective in immersive storytelling.
Yeah, well, I think there's something incredibly important about the power of real-time 3D and immersive storytelling that we cannot find in other pieces of technology, which is that as someone consuming the experience, you really are only able to react with deep empathy because you feel like you are the person that story is about. And so in the challenges that we have had for a long time in our world, and specifically in our country in America when it comes to racial equity, we felt like Our America really summed up these challenges in a deeply compelling and empathetic way that would allow for more people to just go through their own personal deeper personal understanding of race and equity in the US, and then also be able to apply it globally.
Shoot. What did I do? What did I do? Maybe grab my registration.
Brian Young and his team hope to have the Our America experience finished by September.
Wow, your shirt is really see-through. Are you wearing matching underwear? I can't stop thinking about it.
VR technology is also being used as a tool to beat sexual harassment. This is a virtual reality simulation, but it's enough to shock 23-year-old Elizabeth Lee into silence as the scene plays out on her headset.
I felt flustered, but I think my first emotion was like shock, because I just felt like my body like freezing up, and yeah, your mind just like goes blank. Although like in theory, I would think that I would immediately respond in a more like confrontational way.
The VR technology is a part of the Girl Talk project. It aims to help women fight back against harassment in Singapore. The VR simulation features 5 scenarios based on real experiences.
It made me realize that I face this problem. Yeah, I wouldn't take it as, I didn't take it as like sexual harassment. It was more of like a comment about my dressing instead of sexual harassment. But now that I think of it, I think I would change the way I react.
It's It's partly inspired by the work of psychologists at a US university who developed a VR program to tackle sexual harassment after finding that young women had a stronger reaction to virtual scenarios than conventional roleplay. It's interesting to see how VR simulation is empowering women and preparing them to respond to such instances more strongly.
The experience shows man-made fires in the Amazon rainforest and their broader impact on Earth's ecosystem as a whole. We wanted to increase the sense of personal responsibility and accountability for what is happening to our climate. In the experience, you get to embody Earth and firsthand see the beauty and ongoing horror in the Amazon rainforest.
Virtual reality is also coming in handy in the fight against climate change. To educate users about the biggest environmental crisis of our times and how they can contribute.
We wanted to present data in a way that made people feel and act on it. And the story itself is built on scientific data and findings from research in virtual reality, mixing facts, art, love, and hope for tomorrow.
Look at this. Be Earth number 13 is a result of collaboration between different organizations, including Facebook's Oculus and the United Nations.
Change not only where we are, but actually who we are.
Be Earth number 13 transports the viewer to the Amazon rainforest, where climate change is having a profound impact. It invites participants to embody Earth and use the powers of the Earth elements to help fight deforestation.
Again, the number of fires has increased, sending clouds of smoke and black rain thousands of miles. The Amazon rainforest rarely burns naturally. It is too humid. The fires here start because we clear the forest, make it drier, and later burn it down for farming and
The embodiment of Earth stimulates a deeper understanding.
The viewer can learn more about climate change and is encouraged to take action and personal responsibility to help end global warming.
In a unique period in the Earth's 4.5 billion year history, with exploding human populations and economic growth, driving unprecedented change for our planet through the increase of demand.
The VR-powered project drives awareness about the devastating effects of climate change. Like this, many other VR-enabled projects have been created to raise awareness and inspire people to do their bit to save the planet. Though these may sound like a drop in the ocean, it is heartening to see virtual reality being used to address issues that impact society at large. It's certainly a step in the right direction.
In a more balanced and healthy way. Together, we will initiate the fastest and fairest transition in history.